it's time for me to show the best way to improve your inventory capacity on your Exosuit specifically. That's what we're going to be improving in this video. What I recommend doing to start with is any condensed carbon that you, any normal carbon you have, should I say, you need to refine this into condensed carbon. You are also going to want to have some chromatic metal and some oxygen banked, as well as some ferrite dust, as this is what is going to create the components we need to start moving around. This is because we need to be able to make antimatter, we need to be able to make antimatter housing, so that we can make warp cells for our ship. The reason we need to be able to do this is because we're going to be warping around to different systems so that we can purchase the modules that we need. In addition, on the way round then, we are also going to be crashing the economies and purchasing some materials as we make our way around. So here I am in the last space station that I used. If you are wondering how we have gotten to this position, there's a series up on the channel. I'll put a link to the playlist. But effectively, we've made our money bus here. All of your ships that you purchase, you should have a hyperdrive on it. Once obviously you've gotten to this position. And then all we are going to do is leave the station. Leave the station in our bus. Now, I don't really like riding these very much, but this is definitely the quicker way to do it, rather than kind of going back and resetting which ship we're in. I'm going to go ahead, go onto the galaxy map, jump to a brand new system that we haven't been to before. Brand new system. Now I'm targeting Viking ones, because I really like to have fighters, so I'm just going to make sure that I've got loads of those available for future episodes. Once we get here then, if all you are doing is looking to increase your inventory slots, obviously there's going to be more to do in every system that you go to. Feel free to kind of explore or something like this. But if you're going hard on the inventory slot expansion journey, just head straight on into the station, and we're going to go on up to the left as soon as we get out of the ship. So hopped on out, we're going to head on up the stairs. We can do this once per station. So we might as well just get all of the stuff that we want to get done here, right? We're going to head straight on over this way. And we are going to go ahead and purchase a slot. This can obviously get kind of expensive. In fact, it's going to get very expensive as we continue progressing like this. So what I advise that we do, because we've bought our money bus for this, we're going to go over to the trade station on the other side. We are going to go over to the trade station once we're over here to sell all of our cobalt. Now this is just obviously the money making side of this, but there is a method here that I want to make sure you guys see. So we're in the sell here, we're going to sell all of my cobalt, rebuy all of this back. Right here. Now, in addition to this, I've just put that in my inventory. Whoops, I'll sort that out in a minute. Okay, and so in addition to the cobalt, what I also recommend you purchase is all of the oxygen, all of the ferrite dust, and then check down here to make sure there's no chromatic metal. And if you have some pilots arrive along the way, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk to those, because we really want the chromatic metal from these guys. We're obviously making well enough money to be able to afford to purchase it from them. And obviously scan the ships. If you happen to see an S-class fighter and you really like it, go ahead and purchase it. And here we are, just so you guys can see that it drops from these pilots down here. Just make sure you get yourself a healthy stack of the chromatic metal. And that way, what we have is a constant supply of oxygen, which can be refined into carbon. So two oxygen is going to make one carbon. Two carbons then going to make the condensed carbon, so we can make pretty much as much of this as we want. We'll have the chromatic metal, we'll have the ferrite, and everything that we need to continue making the antimatter that we need to be able to keep on jumping around. Meaning that we can basically just eternally be making tons of money whilst we are expanding our inventory. I'm going to complete this out before we start the next video. Hopefully you guys will join me for that.